yes, yes, I see it now. What's up, you guys? Chris with Patch Boy Dark, patches for the culture. We're going to go through all the tabs on the display. This is the Brother PRS100, and I haven't thoroughly gone through all the little features on the screen and that the machine offers. So we're going to go ahead and learn together. Let's take a look. So we're here at the screen, and first things first, what we're going to look at is we're going to go into the upper left-hand side where it's a little clock icon. We're going to click on that clock, and let's see what happens. So we got our clock display on or off, and it looks like mine's off. I'm gonna turn mine on. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it shows the time. The time is almost correct on there. It's just like a couple seconds fast. But yep, my date is 2023 03. Day is the 4th. Yeah, it is not PM. We are AM. So let me change my PM to AM. There we go. And I'm gonna hit OK. So yep, so now I got my clock right here instead of the actual clock. It actually shows my time. And I can still press that little tab and it'll still take me here to where I can make those adjustments and change those settings. Next up, the second from the left on that upper top, we got that piece of paper. We're gonna press that piece of paper and let's see what happens. All right, so it shows us our embroidery frame display. It shows the embroidery arm that we have on there, the A. What else does it show us? Let me see. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. Yeah, so let's start off at the top, this upper right here, this arrow. So we can change our display. If you guys can see on the screen, it is changing our display right over here on that left side. So however you want your display to be on the screen, you can do, it looks like you can do a grid. It looks like you can do like a crosshair, or you can just have it open. Next up, next one down is we have our name of color. We could change that. So right now it's name of color. We could change it to number. And you see it'll be like the number sign 1, 2, 3. But when you change this, notice that our option down here becomes grayed out. If we change it to the number, it shows us Madeira rayon. And it gives us different thread options, if you guys didn't know that already. So we got Madeira poly, Madeira rayon. We got sulky, so if you guys use sulky threads. We got Ribson Anton. I don't know what that brand is. I don't think I've used that before. We got standard embroidery. I wonder what embroidery is, but then we got the country. Then we right back up to Madeira poly. I use Madeira rayon, so I'm gonna leave it on Madeira rayon. Next one down is we got our measurements. So right now I'm working in inches. You could change it to millimeter. Millimeter and inches is the only options available on this machine. Then we got our embroidery basting distance. Mine is set to 0.020, but you could increase that or decrease that. I'm gonna leave that alone. This is a used machine, so when I first got it, it was pretty set up how well it could possibly be, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna just leave that stuff as it is. And if you look down here, we got we got 4 pages. So this is page 1. Let's go on to page 2. All right, let's see what we got here. So embroidery background color. Ooh, you can change the background color of the actual screen. I didn't know you could do that, but let's see what it actually does. So if I was to hit select, let's do like this peachy color. Oh, so that'll make the background a peachy color instead of white. That's interesting. I'm gonna just leave it white for now, but I might play around with that later on. After you select the color that you want to use, you'll just come down here and hit the OK button. I'm gonna leave it white. Thumbnail background color. I might actually change that. Let me see. Thumbnail background color. I might do it to this like blue, off gray blue color. Let me see. Just so like the stuff stands out more. Because I do use some patches that utilize applique. And since it does applique, I don't want when it comes time to loading it up on the screen, some of the colors just kind of disappear. So if I make it this like a little off, like super light gray color, I think I should be able to see the stuff more. All right, what do we else? Oh, we got thumbnail size. So you can change the size of your thumbnail. There's only 2 options. We got the large and like I will say that's medium. So those are the only 2 options there. And now we are going to move along to the next page. And I got to get lined up so that way the screen doesn't create those little fuzzy lines. All right, so this is page 2. Let's move on to page 3. So page 3, we got our upper and bobbin thread sensor is on. Of course, you want to keep that on. Our machine speaker volume. Zoom you guys in a little bit more. So this right here is page number 3. And you see starting at the top, we got our upper and bobbin thread sensor. The next one, we got our machine speaker volume. So you can change the volume setting of your machine. We got eco mode. What does eco mode do? If eco mode is on, it must be a sleep mode. Okay, so there's a sleep mode on the machine. Look at that. You can go all the way up to 120 minutes, you guys. But I'm gonna take that all the way to off. So I got to take it all the way back down to off. We got shut off support mode. What does shut off support mode do? So in 1 hour, does the machine just shut off? Well, eco mode, I believe eco mode, the screen will go down. The screen will turn off after 10 minutes or to 120 minutes. Shut off support mode. I wonder if, I'm not sure what that does. I might have to look in the manual. I'm assuming that it prompts the machine to shut off. I'm just assuming. But I'm going to keep that to off. I'm going to keep those settings the same. Next up, we got our opening screen. You can turn your opening screen on or off. So those of you who don't want to see the little slideshow that pops up when you first turn the machine on, you can turn that off. We have our language, of course. Next, I'm going to move onwards to screen number 4. Screen number 4, here we go. So this shows us our light on or off. Oh, so you can turn the, yeah. So yeah, look at that. You can turn your light on and off of the machine. So here we go. There it is on. Yeah, so you can turn the light on and off on your machine. So right now the light is on. You press the little button, turns the light off. On, off, on, off, on. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on. But for future video purposes, I might turn it off because sometimes it makes my exposure super crazy. Next up, we got our screen display brightness. Right now it's set on number 4. You can't go to 5, 5, 6. 6 is the max. Let me take it down. So I'm at 3 right now. What does that look like on the camera, you guys? Does that help the camera at all? What do y'all think? If I had it on like 3, can y'all see it better? Let me see. Huh. What about if I had it on max? What does that look like? I guess exposure is kind of the same. I might have to play around with that just so you guys can get like for future videos. Get a good. I'm gonna keep it on 4, which is the default. Usually with machines, anything that has that like black border is the default, or not the black border, but that has that black background behind the number. That typically stands for like the default number for the machine. Next up, we got our LED pointer. So that's probably that's our laser right there. You can turn that on or off if you wanted to. I like to have it on to see where I'm going to be stitching, so I will leave that on. Going down here, we got our service count. All machines should have this feature where it shows you the service count. It shows you the total count, the trip time, the total time, all that stuff. It shows you your number. It shows you your version. I got version 1.3 if y'all can see that right there. And that's going to wrap it up for this menu. But I did notice that there's this little button down there, that little sewing machine button. I'm going to press that button and see what that does. So let's see. It didn't do anything. What did it? No, it didn't do anything. Okay. So that button it makes a noise, but nothing happens, I believe. So I'm gonna just hit OK right here, and bearing me back to this, our main menu. Our next menu, of course, you can see that the question mark. The question mark is where you go to do all your. It'll show you your principal parts. You can do your troubleshooting. It can show you the maintenance. It can also show you your basic operations. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'll let you guys do that on your own. I'm hit OK. And actually, let me go back. Okay, so there is no other pages, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK. The home button, if you're in any other setting, you press that home button, and of course it just takes you home. Yeah. Okay. So there we have it. We went through the little prompts on this Brother PRS100. Went through like the little motions. I changed a couple of settings on there. You guys might want to tweak some settings for yourself. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this bit. That's going to wrap it up for this video. This has been Chris with PatchBoyDark, Patches for the Culture. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. We will see you on the next video. Peace.